It's time now for our Philly Culture segment. In 2006, DeVille scored it big with his hit Always on My Mind. And later on, Sean Paul was featured on the remix. We're going to hear the backstory to that song right now. DeVille, Always on My Mind. Hey, I can't sing, you know.
Philly Culture is powered by Ray White Overproof Rum. Philly Culture.
Baby, ever since that day you went away, yes, I can't live without you. No way, girl, you're always on my mind. Woman, I'm telling you the truth, yo.
In 2006, On My Mind was a huge hit for you in Jamaica and around the world. What inspired the lyrics to that song?
Whoa. Well, I had a girl at the time, you know what I mean? And it was a very great relationship in the beginning. But of course, you know, I tell you about the incentives, right, of music. The incentives that I was indulging in start getting me into trouble because I didn't know how to get involved and touch the incentives without getting caught. I thought I knew how not to get caught, but I was getting caught in my hands too many times in the cookie jar. I guess it was the last straw for her. She wasn't having any more of it, you know, not at the phone call them and not respond to the message. And of course, I just decided to start pouring myself out into my music and what I was feeling.
Girl, you're on my mind. So let me tell you, baby girl, cause you're always on my mind.
I was driving up to the gymnasium and there I was in traffic and I was on Arthur Tree Road I was on Red Hills Road, close to Arthur Tree. Never forget that day. And I was in the car and this melody just came to me. And I started humming it and then I'm like, you know what, let me tape this down on a tape recorder. So I had my tape recorder with me and I taped it. And then I remember calling Stephen McGregor and telling him, yo, Stephen, I have a song, get an idea. I'm gonna come link you later so we can work on it. And that's what the song came about, you know. I just had the melody and I just started just saying whatever was coming at the top of my head and from the heart on the rhythm. At that time, I only came up with one verse and the choruses because the original intention was to do this song with Sister Kalonji. This song was recorded at Big Ship Studios. That's Freddie McGregor's studio. Of course, you know, Steve McGregor was very instrumental, you know, in, you know, me and, you know, producing the whole song and so many others on that particular album. You know, I mean, there's a reason why I'm calling him a genius because he is. That vibe and that time for me was just a very emotional time because I was going through so much at the time, you know, from this relationship with this girl that I hurt. You know, I hurt so much from my infidelities at the time. And so, you know, I came up with On My Mind and songs like Yesterday Is Gone, you know, because I'm pleading my case, you know. This time I promise I'm never gonna hurt you again. You know, can't get over you. One woman missing about.
Missing you now.
Baby, I'm missing you right now. One woman missing about this entire album.
If I don't see you today, I hope I see you too. But I'm not getting to see you, girl.
There was a time when I was just trying to keep up with the hype and try to say what everybody else was saying based on what was going on in the dancehall and in reggae. But I realized that once I started doing my own thing and being me and being real with the music, that's when people started gravitating to DeVille. The song came out and just did major positive damage for me, and it was needed.
What kind of doors internationally did the success of On My Mind open for you?
Well, I can tell you this, I was voted best vocalist, best male vocalist, quite a few categories, win quite a few awards for that song for that year, you know what I mean? It opened up windows of a floodgate of opportunities for me. You know, I was now doing major shows, not only here in Jamaica, but abroad. In Japan, On My Mind became the same thing, even bigger than in heaven, honestly. And the greatest thing about that, it's an original song. it wasn't the reinterpretation like it never was. You know, that's an original material from scratch. You get me? So now people are now seeing me not only as a singer but also as a songwriter and a producer. You feel me? Which in my own right I became that.
It's time now to find out which songs made the cut on the biggest, baddest chart in Jamaica, the Magnum Top 10 chart. Magnum, take charge.
But them they can know, when I say them side testing, I make the darkness run. F*** go on with the no man. Bang smash pen, you will do this half thing. Kill them brawling. Trying to run the money, then I boy back me drag. See them I no got no. Somebody can't save me. Me never born rich, me born crazy. Code. Travel pan it all, put it in another London, dun. Big cook, big niche, we a big thief. Clocks boot with teeth. So watch the booms, hop, skip your enemy there. Swing your one from left to right. Watch his style, big split, fully chipping on my rich. Pass the brick, mama flinging pan a pretty little bitch. Watch it.
That's how we end another episode of your favorite entertainment, lifestyle, and pop culture show, Pree Dis. It's your girl, Milky Milk. Catch me again next week when we bring you all the latest Pree in entertainment. I'm gonna relax and enjoy the 200-acre of Hope Botanical Gardens. Bye-bye.
Pree Dis was brought to you in partnership with Magnum Tonic Wine. Take charge. JF Mills, the heart and soul of your kitchen. Ray White Overproof Rum, Fui Culture, Swiss Ketchup and Barbecue Jerk Sauce, better because it's Swiss, and by Eve Hot Pepper Sauce. Eve, the first family of fine foods.